Bears and the Green Bay Packers. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Lambeau.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
We're set. Great team. Check back, check back. Man left, man left. 3 down, 3 down.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsay. He's got daylight. The 40, the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Phillip Lindsay, 68 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Down. 10 Lobo. 54. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Down.
Now a first down throw, Greer. And that's complete to Brown. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Go.
2nd and 10. Here's Greer again. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Ready, ready. 30 base.
Again, Greer. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They will run with Grant. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back. Fire.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Grant, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Graham Gano on for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Mecole Hardman, 78 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this 1st quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Back to the air. Greer on 2nd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fernandez. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Watson now to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so it might as well have not even had the penalty.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Caught by Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Packers 7. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's see what you got.
A first throw for the backup, Wilson. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Now this throw caught left side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 30 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Switch it.
They'll try to run with Hines. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Bravo.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
He finds Coleman, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Ready. 10-2 stop.
Mike 5-9.
2nd and 11. On the screen, Bernard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Quit talking about it.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Delta.
59. Mike's 59. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Ready.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Mostert. And an alley to run. Into the secondary again. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they get the score with a clock at all zeros. Now, are they gutsy here in the second quarter and go for 2?
I think they go ahead and kick the ball through the post. Down 1 at that stage. Yeah, I know. No guts, no glory, right? But I think they kick it through the post. They'll feel like they're tied. They'll feel like it's an even game.
So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now it's Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On first down, Grant. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. They'll run on first down. It's Grant. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now a give, right side. Grant. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 12-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a 2nd and 7. Well, they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
And they'll start on the ground with Hines. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. On now is the Packers punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. The Raiders on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is Coleman with a grab. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Mullins now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down.
Check 59. Move. 59. Mike to 59. They can't hang with us. Mike 59.
Back to throw here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. The Raiders on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Quarterback, hey, orbit. Don't get nervous. Hit it.
Looking to throw. And it's hauled in by Nelson. Touchdown Raiders. J.J. Nelson, 27 yards. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action with Wilson. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Now Mostert. They find some open field here. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 45 yards on the ground. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Grant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They go back to Grant. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Wilson. This is caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Nyheim Hines, ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, here's Bernard. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, high 7.
Let's go. Check 59.
Now back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
All day, defense, all day.
Hey, exit.
59 mark, check, 59.
And let's pin the meat. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Tyler Lancaster on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Slam.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Throwing now is Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Mike 59.
Hey, team 6.
59, Mike, 59.
He's back to throw. Flushed out right. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
20. It's caught. Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Go.
He'll look to throw. That's complete. Bernard. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
At the 19-yard line.
Lady.
Check 53 is mine.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.